Hi, my name is York, and I'm back with another update for Obey Me Till Death Do Us Part, or Wifebringer for short. So, this week Solmare have posted 2 posts showcasing the Demon Brothers' new casual outfits. So because the post does say brand new casual outfits, it is to be assumed that they are getting rid of the old outfits entirely. And they're basically just reworking everything. So the demon form outfits we saw last time, I speculated that they could be like more formal attire. And then they're going to keep their original demon forms. That doesn't seem to be the case. This seems to be like they are completely getting rid of the old demon forms as well. Which I can't say I'm happy about given my glowing review of, of the demon forms last time. But today we're going to look at the casual outfits and see if we can maybe have a shred of hope for the new designs, although judging from these 2 thumbnails, I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen. Okay, so here we have the older brothers, and like I said, it seems to be that they are getting rid of the old outfits entirely. I do hope that in the game we have the option to collect the old outfits and dress them in those instead, you know, like it's always been a mechanic to be able to swap their clothes out on the home screen and things like that, so I'm assuming that will still be an option in this game. And I'm hoping that they do have the retro outfits, just because these are not doing it for me. I don't know if this whole redesign thing is because they've partnered with Creek and River Co. and Flags Inc. It might be. I don't know if they're getting a say in it or if this is completely Solmare's idea to redo everything. But they're definitely changing a lot of things. I mean, their base designs are the same, you know, like they haven't changed their hair or their eye color or anything, so at least they're still recognizable. It's just that the outfits are going to be different. And I'm assuming the new outfits is to indicate that this is taking place in the future or in an alternate timeline, so of course things are going to be different. At least that's probably the excuse they're going to come up with. I bet my scales that they're going to be like, yeah, well, you know, it's a new timeline, so everything's different. Like, shut up. I have a feeling. I bet my scales on it. Okay, so first we're going to look at Lucifer, and off the bat, it's not the worst. I might be a bit biased because I am a Lucifer stan, of course. It's not the worst. I don't particularly like it, but it's not terrible. There are definitely terrible ones for the younger brothers. The younger brothers got shafted so bad during these redesigns, I swear. This, I get what they were going for. I get the vision. Okay, like this silhouette, while I'm not a fan of it because it's just like a weird garment, because it doesn't seem to button up or anything in the front, and it doesn't have sleeves, so it's not quite like a normal coat. It's just like a weird thing to put over his shoulders. And I get that they were trying to mirror his old design of having his coat over his shoulders, but this just looks really weird. I'm not a fan of it. And I can see that they tried to use the peacock colouring, you know, to represent him further. But it's too bright. I feel like if it was more muted, because right now it's very celestial realm, and these are demons. They're meant to be in the Devildom, and Devildom style should definitely reflect that. And as we can see here, like, there is no Devildom style per se. Like, they're all dressed so differently that they all look like they're going to different places. Nobody's dressed for the same event, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I get what they were trying to do. You know, mirroring the silhouette and using the peacock colouring, but this is far too bright. I see they kept his stupid rope belt. I always hated the rope belt. This would be okay. Yeah, if this was kind of more muted, or just like they used more blue instead of this really, really bright green. And the shoes I have a problem with as well. And we're going to see that they keep doing this in their designs, and it's really, really annoying that they've used pink on his shoes, and pink does not appear anywhere else on his outfit. and so his shoes look very, very out of place. These would look so much better if this pink area was either like, well, the same as this blue here, or even like this blue, you know. I mean, even the green at the push, I don't like the green, but at least it would feel cohesive. You know, it would stick to a color palette. What they're doing is going out of the color palette, and that upsets me greatly. It just looks so off. And I know in the game we're not gonna get to see their shoes, so really it doesn't matter, but it's the principle of it, right? It just I don't agree with what they're doing, making the shoes the wrong color. It just doesn't sit well. It throws the whole thing off. This would look so much better if it was blue, and honestly, this outfit as a whole, not terrible. Could be worse, but also could be better. I won't say I hate it, but I definitely prefer Lucifer's original design. I think if they were to maybe just get rid of this coat and put on the original one and then change these to blue, that this outfit would actually look really good. Because I like the actual like suit part of it, right? You know, could be worse. It really could be worse. And, you know, Lucifer is pretty much the poster child, so I feel like they take a lot more care with Lucifer than they do with the other brothers. We're going to see with the younger brothers that they do not give a shit about the younger brothers. They do not care. Oh my god. Anyway. So we're going to move on to Mammon now. Mammon's outfit, controversial. I kind of like it. Okay, the skull print is far too harsh, right? It is far too harsh, and it looks really out of place. Like, at first I didn't even realize they were skulls until I got close up. I thought it was just like a weird, gross pattern. I see that they're skulls, which is fine, but it's far too harsh and it looks very out of place with this style because they're so realistic on these cartoon characters. It just looks really, really bizarre. And it's got crows on it as well. Now, I admire that they've put crows on because that's the animal that represents him. I think if the skulls were less photorealistic, and same with the crows actually, this outfit wouldn't be too bad. I would say, like, I like the silhouette of it actually. Looks like he's expecting rain though. Where are your socks? Do you just not have any? Okay. I mean, like, the outfit itself isn't bad. Like, the shape of it, even the colorings I can deal with. It's the patterns that completely destroy this whole thing. Like, the skulls and crows, far too realistic for this art style. It's very, very jarring to look at. So maybe if they used, kind of more cartoony looking skulls, or if they just used a different pattern altogether, you know, something similar to what Satan has here, just like more of a geometric pattern instead of like a skull print, then it would look a lot better. Not the worst. Do I prefer it to his original? In terms of style, yes. In terms of, oh, this, at the same time, it doesn't feel like Mammon. This feels like, he looks like a shady businessman, right? He does. I guess that's what they were going for. Do I prefer it to the original? Maybe, if it wasn't for the patterns. I think the pattern is what destroys this, because, like I said, even the blue and the yellow, I can handle it. The blue seems a bit of a weird choice, but I mean, I could handle it. It would look so much better black, I think. But yeah, in terms of like the silhouette of the outfit, yeah, I prefer it to the original because I don't particularly like the original because his original outfit sucks. I'm not gonna lie. He's got feathery boots that are too fucking big for his feet. I'm glad he's got shoes that fit. And he had like a weird like feather on his belt, like just hanging down. It's a really strange outfit. This is better in terms of style, but the pattern is what ruins everything. So that's my take on Mammon. Now, now we get to leave. What are you dressing for? What are you fucking dressing for? This outfit is an atrocity in and of itself. I don't know what they're trying to do with Levi. I feel like they're trying to make him look really high-tech and futuristic all the time, but he ends up just looking like a doofus. I mean, he's wearing... Okay, he's wearing a crop top hoodie with a turtleneck underneath, it looks like, unless that's part of the hoodie, which is even worse. And then he's wearing a raincoat with this horrible pink outline on it. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. I assume it is, but it looks really weird. Like, that pink outline looks terrible. I assume it's to make it look more iridescent, I think is the word I'm looking for. But it just looks so bad. It looks like they did the line art in pink so that they could see what they were doing, because this is something I do as well. I have my line art and my sketches in like a bright color. And then I color it in, and then I change the line art to better match what I've rendered so that it looks more like seamless. Or I use like a muted like brown or something. It looks like they tried to do that, but then just like forgot to change the line art or forgot to get rid of it, and it looks so strange. Especially because everyone else's is basically non-existent. Like, you can't really see the line art. I know it's blurry, but you can't really see the line art. It is just like very thin black lines, whereas he suddenly has this really thick pink outline, and it throws this whole thing off. Like I said, I guess it was to make, like, to show the material of the coat, but it just looks so strange. And then it's got like these big raindrops on it, which is fine, I get, you know, like the water theme. It's just, what weather are you dressing for? You can't wear you can't wear a hoodie crop top and a raincoat on the same day. You look like an idiot. This belt, don't even fucking talk to me about this belt. Don't talk to me about this belt. And again, it's that thing of like, they've introduced one thing that doesn't match anything else on the outfit, and it looks really weird. Like, if this belt was just blue, right? Or even this hideous purple they got going on, it would look better. To be honest, I would just get rid of it entirely, to be honest, but you know, if we have to keep the atrocious belt situation, then having it as blue or black or purple would have looked so much better. Again, the orange is just throwing everything off, because the only other orange thing on this outfit is not in his outfit, it's his eyes, you know? I get that they want to represent his color, but there's just no other orange on here, so it just looks completely off. And these shoes, I don't... Again, I know we're not gonna see the shoes in game, but what on earth are these? What is that? It's just, they look so unfinished. I guess they are, because I can kind of see like a hint of a zip. So this dude is purposely walking around with unzipped shoes, which is a hazard. This is a hazard. You're gonna trip and break your fucking ankles, dude. I know you don't really go anywhere, but I can't. Oh my gosh. It just, I feel like Levi, you know, his demon form wasn't that bad. I want to know why they put glasses on his demon form, but not on his casual wear. Like, you think casual, when he's doing all of his gaming, is when he would be the most likely to wear his glasses. It doesn't really add up that he wears glasses in his demon form, but not in his regular form. I would have much preferred if they just gave him glasses, you know, for the majority of his outfits. But instead they've put glasses on the outfit that he probably needs them the least in. And like, I know in his original demon form, he is wearing like a skin tight kind of this turtleneck vest situation, and you can kind of see his abs. But I don't know a world where Levi would have the confidence to have his bare navel out like this. I don't think, like, it feels so out of character. It really does. This whole thing feels out of character. Like, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Like, I can't get behind this at all. Apart from the raindrops, I can't see what they were trying to do. Like with these two, I could see what they were trying to do. But this, not a single clue. I hate this. I know I complained about his original everyday outfit, but for the love of God, this is so bad. This is not a casual outfit. Where are you going dressed like this? Realistically, you're telling me you sit in your bathtub. If you even still have a bathtub in this game, who knows? Maybe they have whole new bedrooms too. But you're telling me you sit in your bathtub potentially, wearing this getup? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. No, this is a fail from me. Okay, on to Satan. Oh boy, my cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt from like laughing. Oh my god. On to Satan. I'm gonna be honest. Satan is dressed like a lesbian art teacher. That's all I have on this godforsaken outfit. It just, oh my gosh, Satan, what have they done to you? I know we have our differences, but my god. Yeah, nothing about this seems like Satan either. And he's wearing both sleeves, which is very confusing. That's not Satan at all. I feel like with these outfits, they're taking away a lot of the personality traits we kind of established through their outfits. Like, you know, with Satan, he was always in the habit of wearing just one sleeve and having the other over his shoulder, kind of emulating what Lucifer does. For me, and the way I interpreted it, it was always a way to show that he was a part of Lucifer, because he was born from Lucifer's wrath. It was to show that he's a part of Lucifer, but still his own person, and he has his own uniqueness. And now they've kind of just taken that away by putting both his sleeves on. Like, listen, Satan's my arch enemy, but that doesn't mean I don't understand him. So, this outfit. And I thought, for a second, I thought his legs were like really, really skinny. He's got like the white stripes on the sides. I thought they gave him like toothpick legs. And again, with the shoes having the wrong color on them. Like, for God's sake, stop. Just make these black. Just make these black. Or if you really want the green on his outfit, turn these into leaves and make them green instead of having orange flowers. This outfit, I don't see it as Satan. But yeah, Satan's always given me the vibe of dark academia, if they were to ever redesign him. And that's not what they've done, so I'm actually kind of disappointed. I don't even know what you would call this style. It's awful. It's awful. And it's hard to tell what these like circles are. If this is some kind of, you know, embroidery design, or if they're like genuine holes in his coat, which is very concerning if they are. Like you know, like the purposeful holes, because it's clearly got some kind of gold border around it. I don't know, it this whole thing feels off. And like the flowers too, like the flowers on the sleeves, just pack it up, you know. And like the spikes on the collars, because these are spikes. I can see like a bink here. So he's got like a spiky collar. It's so bizarre. This is such a weird design. They're all weird. Apart from this is the most normal outfit, but it's ugly because of the pattern. I think, yeah, if they really wanted to keep the green, change these to like green leaves. Or if they didn't want to keep the green and they were fine with removing, you know, his color from him, just change these to black and it would look somewhat okay. And get rid of these orange flowers too. And I think what would look a lot better is, because this is so loose, it's very shapeless. I feel like if it was more tailored to his body, it would look a little bit better as well. I mean, Satan's never been one to dress himself well, so I can't say I'm too surprised, but it just feels like they're tearing down the characters that we're so used to and that we love. They're trying to make them something that they are not by dressing them in weird outfits. Okay, so now we get to the younger brothers and Asmodeus. Babe, darling, my love. They changed your nail colour. Oh my god, I never realised that at first. And you don't have painted toes? Who are you? This is not Asmo. Who is this? And again with like the... Okay. I thought Asmo was supposed to be the fashionista. I did say this in the tier list video for his outfits. I thought he was supposed to be the fashionista. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is so bad. This is the worst outfit out of all of them, in my opinion. And I see Belfie in the corner and I'll get to him soon, but this outfit is horrendous. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's break it down, okay? We got the scorpion tie. I appreciate them adding the scorpion, right? But it looks stupid, okay? Get rid of the scorpion tie. Or at the very least, make it look better. And then he's got this shirt, this hideous shirt with these like sleeve cutouts tied into ribbons. I feel like he probably did that himself, but it looks so disgusting in my opinion. And then it's got like these triangle cutouts here by the where the buttons are. So it's got all these holes in it that don't look good. And then we've got this shapeless, similar to Lucifer's, like a jacket but with no sleeves, and it's just kind of something you drape over your shoulders. And it's so it's like awful. It's shapeless. I feel like out of all of them, Asmo should be the one wearing the skin tight crop tops. Out of all of them, it would make the most sense because he is the lust demon and he wants to show off the goods. And then not to mention the color of this. This is so vile, it's hurting my eyes. This kind of pink is cursed. I said that last time, I think. I was like, this hot pink is such a cursed pink. My bedroom used to be like this when I was, you know, a kid. That bedroom was haunted, so now I associate this this pink with ghosts and just being scared for my life every night. That ghost was evil, by the way. I'm just saying, he was not a nice man. He genuinely was terrifying. Very malicious. So I just associate this pink with that ghost. And the shoes, I'm not even gonna comment. I'm not even gonna comment on the shoes. And these like bright flowers. These bright embroidered flowers. This whole thing is a travesty. This whole thing looks like he got dressed in the dark. Like the shirt, the shapeless jacket that was dyed with Barbie's period blood. I cannot. It's so bad. This would be so much better. Okay. If, first of all, the flowers were pink. The jacket was black, same with the pants. And the shirt was like a soft baby pink. I feel like that would look so much better. Because this? I don't know how you're pulling anyone in this outfit. You can be as charming as you want. You can use your charm powers all you want. Nobody is falling for this shit. No. I hate it. This, I feel like they hate Asmo to a degree because, you know, his demon form was pretty bad. Could have been worse, but it was pretty bad. His job, quote-unquote job, is so vague compared to all the others where you can speculate what kind of job they have. They made Asmo's job location so vague that everyone just assumes he's a cult leader, which we don't have confirmation on, by the way. So he could be, but that's what everyone is assuming because it's just so big. And now they've given him this diabolical get-up that nobody in the three realms would ever dare to wear. It's just, and the shoes do not look, they're barely shoes for a start. Okay, they're sandals. Don't go with your outfit. You're wearing like a suit, kind of, and you're wearing gladiator sandals or whatever the feck these are. And you don't even have your toenails painted. Like, you're not even Asmo anymore. I'm done. This, like, looking at him is giving me a headache because it's so bright and ugly. This is by far the worst outfit out of all of them. Okay. We're moving on to Beale. It could be worse, but it's not good. Oh my gosh. It's definitely not good. It's kind of similar to his original. Right, the pants are similar, the jacket's like a similar shape kind of as well, except it's shorter, I think. Before he was wearing, I believe it was just like a black, I'm doing this from memory, I believe it was just like a black tank top he was wearing before. And now he's wearing a sports bra, which, I mean, good for him, I guess. You need to support the girls, I get it. I see that they've kept this ugly belt as well, and they've put bees on it, which is okay. I get it. I get that they've put bees on it. His the patterns on his jacket and pants. Now that I'm looking, they appear to be like tiger faces, possibly, or dragon faces. It's kind of hard to tell. They look kind of like tigers to me, but that's looking really up close. So yeah, and again with the shoes having the wrong color on them, so it looks very incohesive and wrong. They should have just made his laces orange and that would solve the whole problem. I don't understand why they insist on putting the wrong colors on everything. It doesn't make any sense. Unless there's some, is there some deep symbolism that I'm not picking up on? I don't think so. I think they're just making questionable choices, and I can't get behind it. And I know with Beale's demon form last time, I didn't really have a lot to say because I couldn't figure out what was going on. I get that they were trying to make him look, I guess, sporty in a way because he does work out a lot, but it feels, this feels wrong, especially like the sports bra with the like cross neckline. It doesn't, see, this doesn't feel like Beale either. None of them feel like who they're meant to be. Apart from Lucifer, Lucifer's felt right, even though it's ugly as well. But like, I can at least appreciate that they tried to add some symbolism into his outfit, but this wouldn't be bad if it wasn't for this ugly belt right here, and if it weren't for these green laces, and if these shoes were like darker as well. I feel like this grey is too light. That would look better, but it's just not good. And then we get on to Belphie, who straight up looks like a pimp. I don't have anything more to say, to be honest, besides I appreciate that they tried to add the cow print because the cow is the animal that represents him, but this doesn't feel like Belphie either. The guy that sleeps all the time, you're telling me he's going to be wearing something so stiff, because this is a suit underneath. From what I can glean, he's wearing like a shirt, and I can't tell if this is like a cardigan or if this is a weird part of the shirt. Honestly, who knows? Soulmate, I need you to give me very detailed character concepts of each garment of clothing individually that these characters wear so I can figure out what the hell is going on. And then like the socks are just like the wrong colour, dude. Just wear black or white. Stop making it complicated. We don't need this colour right here. We don't. This doesn't seem like Belphie. None of them feel right. None of them feel right, to be honest. Okay, if this outfit was on Asmo and this jacket was like a baby pink, I feel like that would suit Asmo way more. Nobody ever should wear this. Ever. This needs to be burned. But yeah, this would look so much better on Asmo. I feel like that would suit him way more. This doesn't suit Belphegor. And to say that they're getting rid of the original designs for these nightmares, for lack of a better term, it's just it's such a strange direction to go for your new game. It's because what this is doing, first of all, the designs are ugly, so they're not drawing anyone new to the fandom. And to the people who are already in the fandom, this is driving them away. Because when you change characters so much that they become nigh unrecognizable, it's really off-putting to the people who have gotten used to them. I don't mind redesigns as long as they follow the rules already kind of established for the character. Or at the very least, if they really want to redesign the whole thing, take into consideration their actual personality and what they do for a living and their hobbies and their interests. You know, because Belvy, as far as I remember, sleeps all the time. He would want to be in comfortable clothing that he can fall asleep in easily. Not something so stiff with like a huge belt and this big puffy fur jacket, which I guess is the only source of comfort that he has. And it's just, like I said, none of these read casual. Like, can you imagine seeing this in the middle of the day? Just doing stuff, just out grocery shopping or whatever? Like, can you imagine seeing this? Grocery shopping? Can you imagine seeing this at all? I can't. This is by far the worst outfit the franchise has ever seen. And I say that as somebody who hates the pirate outfits and someone who hates the spooky outfits. The spooky outfits are hideous. And yet this almost feels worse. I can't say that I like any of these outfits. So I can't say that I truly like any of these outfits. Mammon's so far is the best one, despite the ugly pattern. Lucifer's is probably second. Satan's isn't great, but it's not incredibly offensive despite the Swiss cheese looking ass jacket. By far, Asmo's is the worst. I think followed by Belfie. Even though this isn't particularly offensive either, it just looks wrong. So yeah, those are the new casual outfits for the Demon Brothers, and I sincerely hope that these are not the final products and that Solmai consider changing some aspects, because as far as I've seen in the comments section, nobody really likes these outfits, and it's a little sad, to be honest. Like, I'm sure they thought these were good and that, you know, people are going to be really excited about these, so it's probably disappointing to see the negative reception that they're getting so far. But they really aren't considering anything so far. Like, they're not considering how the Demon Brothers are as people, what their original outfits were. They just all feel so incredibly wrong. So I'm hoping that these samples, as it says on top of the pictures, are subject to change and that we see some positive changes in the future. I feel like if everyone basically voices that they aren't particularly happy with the designs, then they might consider changing them. One can hope, anyway. Well, thank you for joining me on this analysis of the Demon Brothers outfits. It really is not a good it really is not good. I am not happy with any of these outfits. But I don't know, maybe you are, maybe again I'm just a hater, so let me know your opinions in the comments and what you think of these outfits and anything that I've said. And of course, I'll be trying to keep up with the Otome news as usual. So until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in whatever I make next.